Hey, so what's up? Now, everybody know me as Terpzilla, but today I decided I was like, you know what? I do a little bit more things than just sneakers, so let's just, make the whole page a little bit of everything. I'm still gonna use the same Terpzilla banner, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I talk about a lot, I do a lot instead of having like 5 or 6 different YouTube channels, I was like, let's just go ahead and make one under the one that we already got established. So yeah, so I've been watching a lot of channels, you know what I mean, and I've seen a lot of people doing like going to the army, what to expect, what to look for, what to, basically what to expect from going to the army, going into infantry. I was in the infantry, 11 Bravo. So I did 7 years, 11 Bravo, did 3 combat deployments. I got 38 months deployed, but I got out in 2012. So right now I'm actually in the process of getting back into the military. So I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm gonna try and go reserves and go AGR, so I can stay at home for a little bit because I got kids. I don't want to leave them again. They don't stay with me, so I don't want to leave them again. So excuse me, I'm gonna try and take the whole AGR approach so I can stay, at home until they graduate high school. Now, when they graduate high school, I'm trying to get on up out of here. So, like a lot of questions a lot of people have is on, what should I expect? What should I look forward to? What's gonna happen? What's gonna go on? Blah 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 blah. So taking it from me, I've done, like I said, I did 7 years on active duty. I got out. I've actually went to the VA. I got my percentage for, PTSD or whatever, your knees, your back. You do, basically when you get out, you do like a whole comprehensive physical from top to bottom. So they basically ask you what happened to you while you was in there. Because when you go into the army, a lot of people want to tell you, when you go to MEPS is so detailed because they have to like establish basically a baseline. So when they establish that baseline is saying that there's nothing wrong with you at all. You are like 100% nothing wrong with you. Nothing going on. We have no issues, no broken bones, no nothing. Basically, you are 100%. So MEPS is basically saying he's good to go, she's good to go, no problems, no nothing. Let's go for it. So throughout your military career, whenever anything comes up, the thing is get every single thing documented, no matter what it is. If it's small, get everything documented, because when you get out, you're gonna have to go to the VA and you're gonna do another physical, and they, basically you can make a claim on whatever is bothering you. So say you was in the military and you messed your knee up, you messed your back up, such and such happened, you went to combat, you experienced some things, whatever happens, get every single thing documented. Sleep apnea, that's a big one. I have sleep apnea. Got a machine, got to sleep with it every night, You got to get every single thing documented. So when you get out and you go to the VA, they can actually go back and look at your medical records, and they can see, okay, from this day forward, this happened. Okay, he did this, blah blah blah. Basically, you just have to get everything documented, because when you go to VA, you have that supporting. You can't just say, "I messed my back up," and they be like, "How'd you mess your back up?" I don't know. I just messed my back up, but you don't have anything in your medical record saying that, okay, he was did this and did that. She did this, she did that, and this is what happened. So get every single thing documented. Like me, like I said, I was a combat soldier. I deployed 3 times. So, I mean, it's kind of like the way that they look at it is they look at your MOS and they look at, what it entails at your MOS. So you can't be a 42 Alpha saying, I was deployed and on deployment, I messed my knees up, from doing day-to-day operations. Well, as a 42 Alpha, you sit in the office. So it's like, well, how did you mess your, what I'm saying? I mean, they're not dumb. I mean, they get you together, but I mean, they're not dumb. So me, if I was like, I was 11 Bravo, had 3 combat deployments, messed my knees up, did this, did that, went to the aid station, got everything documented, it's a little bit more feasible. So I mean, they'll take care of you. But, basically it's just, you have to just, whatever happens, just make sure you get every single thing documented. So that kind of went off the way, but I mean, it was vital information. But basically, when you go into, excuse me, when you're going into basic, don't be like me. I watched before I went to talk to I talked to my recruiter, and everything, but you kind of, set everything up in appointments. They're going to set you up in appointments because, they have to get certain stuff taken care of. I've rarely ever seen anybody go to a recruiting station and the very next day they're ready to go, they're ready to ship. I mean, it's always something. So, they got checklists, they got everything, so just make sure that, you just take your time and pick something that you want to do And don't just pick something because it's what your buddy's doing and you want to be with them and you kind of want to have the same job. Make sure it's something that you want to do. Like I said, before I went, I watched Black Hawk Down the day before I went to the recruiting station. So when I went to the recruiting station, I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to kick indoors. I want to walk down the street. Now, mind you, Black Hawk Down, they were Rangers. Not me. I was regular 11 Bravo infantryman, mechanized infantry. Started off as a dismount, then became mounted, TC, blah, blah, blah. Did a little bit of everything. So just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. The recruiter, he tried to talk me out of it, but I was like, nope. I watched Black Hawk Down. That's what I want to do. Sign me up. Infantry. That's me all the way. So just, do a little research. If you know anybody that's in, talk to them, see what they, have to say about it. They may have got in, got out. I mean, just whatever. You just have to do your research just to make sure, look on YouTube. YouTube is the biggest tool with basically anything in life. Just look on YouTube, type in anything, and just make sure, that's what you want to do. Not necessarily, you don't have to do a job in the military that you want to translate. It's like, okay, I want to do, you don't have to think, you don't have to look at it like, okay, when I get out of the military, I want to be in the computer. So while I'm in the military, I have to go into computers. I mean, it's good because you learn some of those skills, some of those tasks, and all that kind of stuff while you're in there. But you don't necessarily have to go into computers in the military to make sure you go to computers in the civilian world. Because like me as an 11 Bravo, there's not too many jobs. Police officer, sheriff, correctional officer. That's about it. But the things you learn as an infantryman, you start to get leadership skills, management skills, hostile, when you're in like hostile situations, you learn how to like compose yourself and take care of situations. That's kind of stuff they look for. They want to make sure, when times get rough, you can hold your head, you can be straight, you can make sure everything is all right. So they kind of look at you like that. Like me as an 11 Bravo, they look at me, okay, he was an infantryman, what did he do? So when they look at thing called NCOERs, when you get there, that's way down the line, don't even worry about that yet. But basically your superiors, like me, I became a non-commissioned officer, so my superiors looked at me, and then basically NCOER is like an evaluation. They basically write down everything that you did, good and bad, what you need to work on, how you rank with your peers, your senior leadership. They give their comments. Well, it just goes on and on. So that kind of stuff plays more into placement when you get out than actually being an infantryman. Because, they can look at you, oh, you're just a grunt, a ground pounder. What'd you do? But it's like the things that come along with it, like I said, the management skills, the, leadership, all that kind of stuff, that plays a big role. So, basically just picking your job, making sure that you find something that you like, that you want to do, and, something that you're happy with, because, you're going to sign a 3, 4, 5, 6 year agreement if you go active. Sometimes I think I'm getting into the reserve side now. Like I said, I'm trying to take baby steps to get back on the active duty, because I have 8 years of active duty service, but I'm trying to get the other 12 so I can get my retirement. So, it's just depends on what you want to do, just to make sure that you get back, get back out of it what you put into it. So, I'll be around. I'll have more videos. And like I said, my page, don't look at my page and just think just sneakers, because I do a lot of sneakers. And, it's kind of what I do. I don't want to pan around because it's kind of messy in here. But you see my group right here, my Rocket, my baby group. My dudes are like Guardians of the Galaxy. So, I'll be around. I have a lot more infantry topics, a lot more infantry. I'm versed in infantry because, like I said, that's what I did while I was in. So, I know a little bit from my perspective. And not to get, racial or anything, but being a black man in the infantry is rare. Like, you have 140 people in the company, you might have maybe 5 or 6 black dudes, in the entire company. And maybe, I'll say 20 to 25 in the battalion. Like, it's there. So, like, I see the infantry life and Brother Rondell, they were both, infantry, and been around the infantry, and they, have some insight, and everything they're saying is absolutely right, from a white guy standpoint. And I like that because I know guys that are exactly like them. Infantry life, I know a million dudes just like you. And if you haven't checked him out, go check his page out. His page is dope. I like it because I'm an infantry guy, and I know exactly everything he's talking about. So go check him out. And if you go check him out, tell him to come check my page out. Tell him to watch this video. We can, go back and forth. And, that's about it for right now. So just check back in. I'll let y'all know. I'll keep you updated. Like I say, I'm doing my whole height and weight thing, trying to get everything back in order now so I can go back on active duty. I'm going to mess around. Like I said, I was 11 Bravo, but like I said, I'm trying to go back in, and I'm probably going to go back in as a 42 Alpha. Don't talk about me. Don't judge me. I'm trying to go to 42 Alpha, when I get the 42 out, when I go to school, as soon as I get back to my unit, try and drop down the drill sergeant packet so I can be a reserve drill sergeant. And I mean, it's a bigger plan. And I mean, like I say, as we get deeper and deeper into me getting back, and I'll keep y'all posted on everything, you know, what's going on. And I mean, if there's any black guys out there, I don't want to say it like that because I mean, we kind of in some crazy times right now, but I mean, it's real. Like you'll see when you get to your unit, black guys come few and far between in infantry units. So I mean, it's rare, but I mean, we cool. I mean, everybody, they love us. Everybody, we all get along. When I first got to my infantry unit, I met a white guy who's from Montana who had never been around black people. And when we became roommates, he was apprehensive at first. He got to know me. That's my best friend now. I can call him right now and tell him, hey man, I need $200, and he'll, you know, send it to me. So I mean, the Army, you know, it merges a lot of different people that have never been around people, and I mean, it's a good tool. It's stable. It's there, and you know, like I said, that's why I'm trying to get back into it right now. So, I mean, I'll be here. Like I said, my name's Daryl. Call me Turfzilla on there because I did a lot of, you know, shoe stuff. But I'm gonna try and merge my page. I'll make the changes and I'll see everything. So don't just look at the Turfzilla and think that, you know, and see the shoes and think it's just all about shoes, because I mean, I'll be doing a lot of different stuff. So I'll be back. Check you guys out later. All right.